Oh, hello everybody, it's Megalithic here, otherwise known as Puglo Escobar, and in today's video we're taking a look at the Grotti Cheetah Classic, retailing for a price of $865,000, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure you'll agree it looks cooler than a Mexican with a flick knife. Okay, so we're going to take it on out into the street, ladies and gentlemen, see how she performs before she's been upgraded. As I say, this is the unupgraded version, ladies and gentlemen. So let's have a look. Acceleration, not too good, ladies and gentlemen. Handling, whoops, okay, a little bit slippy there, right, okay, well, look how we go down these hills here. Okay, handling is not actually too bad, ladies and gentlemen. You can get a feel for it, you know, once you've got a feel for it, it's not too bad. Okay, well, have a look at the top end speed there, see what's over here. We got the hills, and okay, not too shabby, ladies and gentlemen, not too shabby. I'm going to hit the sodding post, okay, rolling and flipping, and over we go, and yes, style that I like, I meant it. Okay, right, whoops, it is, watch where you're going, okay, be careful everybody, right, nearly around all the pedestrians over there, right, okay, and here we go, back onto the road. Okay, in terms of stability, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look, see, shall we? And yes, okay, so if you wiggle the wheel, ladies and gentlemen, it will sort of want to kick out on you there. Okay, but in terms of top speed, what do we think? Well, it's not too bad, ladies and gentlemen. It's sort of going, isn't it? It's not exactly mind-bending, but it's not too bad. Okay then, and we're going to have a check out the corner as we get down to this bottom left-hand corner, ladies and gentlemen, see what we think. And we're putting on the brakes, and okay, sliding off. Okay, so I haven't quite got the hang of it yet, ladies and gentlemen, but it's all round, it's not too bad, you know. So we're going to take it on back to the Maze Bank offices, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to send it on into the custom auto shop. Okay, now this section of the video, ladies and gentlemen, we always go through this section of the video at double speed, don't you know, but it is contained within the video simply to provide you with an opportunity to have a look at the aesthetic modifications that can be affected to this vehicle should you then choose to go ahead and purchase it, you know. Okay, so what can we say about the Grotti Cheetah right out of the box? Well, acceleration, ladies and gentlemen, is where it sort of lets itself down, along with the traction, you know. It's very slippy and the acceleration is quite poor. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, it's really quite a fine car, you know. I mean, in terms of top speed, you know, it's not exactly mind-bending, but it certainly goes. And the handling, ladies and gentlemen, once you get used to it, it's really not too bad, you know. It sort of grips the road. It's just I sort of lose traction there, but you can control it, you know, with the correct sort of braking. So yes, you know, not too bad at all, in my opinion. Okay, and here we go, we're going through the colours, so now we are coming to the end of the custom auto shop, thank goodness for that, ladies and gentlemen, and shortly we'll be taking it back out onto the street and seeing how it handles once it's been upgraded. Okay, and here we go, right, acceleration, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, it's more lacking than an inner city education, to be perfectly frank with you. Okay, trying to get it around there, ladies and gentlemen, in terms of handling, you know, I mean, it's more responsive than a caffeine-addicted Twitter troll, to be quite frank with you. Top speed, ladies and gentlemen, well, you can see why they called it the Cheetah, you know, it's as fast as a cheetah on roller skates with a V12 engine rammed up to its chassis. And there we go, getting around there and having a look at that handling once again. Like I said, with the correct handling, you know, with the correct braking and acceleration, it will change direction faster than a drugged up dragonfly. But with the incorrect amount of handling, ladies and gentlemen, it will slip out from underneath you like a soapy shower mat, you know. Okay, there we go, going around there. But you know, it's not too bad, ladies and gentlemen, not too bad. And like I say, you know, it's a very fine vehicle, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, based on the Ferrari Testarossa, so you know, it's got something going for it at least. And so you can say, you know, I mean, in terms of looks, ladies and gentlemen, you can see there. I mean, it's the best thing to come out of the 1980s since the end of the Cold War, and it's frankly, it's cooler than a Cossack's nutsacks, you know. Okay, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The very first we've brought on to Sandy Shores, as we always do, and the very first car that we're going to bring out, ladies and gentlemen, is that Ferrari F40, ladies and gentlemen. This is indeed the Grotti Turismo Classic. The Ferrari F40 was a very fast car in real life, don't you know, and it would appear that it is faster than the Testarossa or the Cheetah Classic in real life as well, and that would make perfect sense. Okay, I should perhaps also point out all of the other vehicles are being driven by Mr. Raccoon, you know, yes indeed they are, and Mr. Raccoon has a channel of his own. His name is the Bromby. His channel is called the Bromby. If you type that into YouTube, you should really go and find it when you can do that. It's got some other good videos on there. Okay, so the next car we're pulling out, ladies and gentlemen, is the not the Grotti at all, it's the Pegasus. No, it's not the Pegasus, it's the Pegassi. My goodness, I've absolutely lost all my sort of vocabulary there. Yes, the Pegassi Infernus Classic, ladies and gentlemen, presumably based on the Diablo. Well, I cannot, of course, be certain about that, you know, but I do believe that to be the case. And we can see, ladies and gentlemen, the Infernus was faster, had a bit of acceleration up the straight there, but its handling is absolutely lacking, you know, and that puts the Grotti Cheetah Classic, ladies and gentlemen, round the corner faster, and therefore crossing the line faster. So yes, the Cheetah Classic takes down the Infernus Classic, ladies and gentlemen. How about that? Okay, so the next vehicle we're bringing out now, ladies and gentlemen, is again from the 1980s, you know, as was the Diablo, I do believe. This is the Retro Comet, ladies and gentlemen, presumably based on an old-fashioned 911, you know, the Porsche there. It's the Fister Comet Retro, and we're going to see how it handles. Now, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, the Grotti Cheetah Classic does go to the front and round the corner ahead there, ladies and gentlemen, but it does actually turn out that the Fister Comet Retro, ladies and gentlemen, has got more under its hood, so to speak, and yes, it's going to cross the line, unfortunately, ahead of the Cheetah Classic. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen, it loses to the Cheetah Classic. Okay, the next vehicle, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring out is the Benefactor Sterling Gt, a much older era car, this, you know, but we're going to still bring it out anyway. And we get in front of it there. Like I said, the acceleration, right, it's always slow, ladies and gentlemen. It's acceleration, the Cheetah Classic, it's slower than a Rockstar loading screen, you know, but it is quite fast, you know, when it gets going. Finally, when it gets going, you know, it's faster than a Frenchman with an English floozy, and just as determined to cross the line, you know. But it's the handling, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it's got, you know, it's not too bad. It's got more grip than a chimpanzee with a monkey wrench, you know, and it's a lot easier to control, to be quite frank with you. Okay, that being said, it does lose to the Benefactor Sterling Gt, and that really is rather a disappointment, I'm sure you'll agree. Okay, so we're going to wrap things up, ladies and gentlemen, bringing out Big Daddy Z, otherwise known as the Pagazzis and Torno, don't you know, and it's going to disappear off down into the track. So yes, give you an indication of how the Cheetah will stack up against a mid-range sports supercar, ladies and gentlemen, from the present era. Yes, it's going to lose absolutely drastically, let's be perfectly frank about this thing. Okay then, that's pretty much it, I suppose. You know, what can one really say? You know, it's what you guess what you pay for, and you've got to bear in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that it is a classic car. The Zentorno, should we point out, is actually cheaper. And we're going to bring it on to the final masquerade, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Grotti Cheetah RSX, and Mr. Raccoon there is taunting me, as you can see. There's absolutely the Grotti Cheetah RSX is a very fine car, what we uphold on the shelf to be the fastest car on GT Online, or not the fastest, but certainly the best car, ladies and gentlemen, around the track. And as you can see, Mr. Raccoon is simply taunting me there, isn't he? Yes, rotten swine. So what can we say about it? In terms of acceleration, it's more underwhelming than Mozart's Fifth Concerto played by a pack of drunken baboons. You know, it's as simple as that. In terms of top speed, it's going to get you where you're going quicker than a cocaine dealer gets to a Hollywood party. And I'm sure you'll agree, ladies and gentlemen, in terms of looks, it's more stylish than an Italian politician and just as slippery. Okay, so what can we say? What should you get it? You know, well, if you're a fan of the testosterone, you certainly should, ladies. It's all hell, bloody Raccoon. Well, I do hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you very much for watching.